Hi, in this video I'm going to be talking about how you get Sirato up and running with VMware Blockchain for Ethereum. This is the free version of Sirato, which is a limited version of Sirato which gives you a feel for how it works but doesn't include some of the more advanced features. For more information on Sirato, please head to web3labs.com/Sirato. We start by launching Minikube. Once Minikube is up and running, we have our local Kubernetes cluster. This is using the Docker driver as it's on the Mac. We then just verify that Minikube is up and running, which it is. We then clone the Sirato free repo and then go into the K8s subdirectory. In here we have a script to run which will actually launch Sirato. We specify there the JSON RPC endpoint for the node. There we can see that the cluster has started, but not everything's up and running just yet. So we then check it again. Now we can see everything is up and running. Next step is to enable ingress, so we can actually connect a browser to the cluster. We can then proxy through that to access the URL endpoint. And when it launches initially, you will see an Nginx error just because there's JavaScript being compiled, so it can take 5 to 10 minutes to actually start up. So we'll just do a brief time lapse and then we refresh it, and now the Sirato dashboard has loaded. And in our dashboard, you get a high-level view of information that's contained on the blockchain. So here we have 100 odd transactions created. We can see how many tokens there are, what are the most active contracts. We can see transactions over different time periods as well. We can then go into the contracts view. Here we can see there's only a few contracts deployed, but we can filter based on the contract type. So here it's ERC20. We want to show all the contracts there, and there's other criteria that we can filter on. We can also sort by different criteria, such as what's got the largest transaction count or how recently it was executed. Then we jump into the contract details, and you can see all of the different transactions that have taken place on this contract. You can also see the events that have been emitted by those transactions as well. And as this is an ERC20 contract, there are well-known events there, the transfers. There's also additional details as well. From there, we can go to the transactions view, where you can see all of the different transactions that have taken place on the blockchain network. And likewise the blocks as well. And this is all for VMware Blockchain for Ethereum. It works with other blockchains, but explicitly this is running on a VMware Blockchain for Ethereum instance. When we go into the block details, you can also see the account associated with the transactions, and clicking on this takes you through to the account view as well. And so there we are back to our dashboard, and that's a quick whistle-stop tour of Sirato running on top of VMware Blockchain. We can then also shut down the environment by running the destroy script, and this takes a minute or two to run, but once it's completed, then you've actually shut down the environment as well. And so that ends the brief tour of getting up and running with Sirato on VMware Blockchain.